How's it going, everyone? So a lot of PlayStation 5 Pro talk. Gotta cover some more news, as there has been an in-depth PlayStation blog post that dropped some of the games that are gonna be supported right out the gate. This is not all of the games. There's gonna be a lot more, and if you want to count the 8,500 PlayStation 4 titles that they are noting will be applicable to PlayStation 5 Pro Game Boost, I guess you could throw that in there as well. The exact games that they note in the PlayStation blog post are as follows, so let's go through them. You've got Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, which Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out right around the time. That's a big one to promote the PS5 Pro with. Demon's Souls Remake, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is huge. I literally might replay that game now because of obvious reasons. Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Crew Motorfest, let's go! The First Descendant, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and more. Alright, The Crew Motorfest is obviously a joke. So that lineup of games, pretty solid lineup right off the top. The ones that I am the most excited for, obviously, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I talked about it when the game came out. That performance mode was literally the biggest pile of garbage I think I've ever seen out of a performance mode in my life. That game looked horrific, absolutely horrific, and maybe I am being a little bit hyperbolic because that is like one of my favorite games and one of my most anticipated games of this year. But that performance mode was literally repulsive, and I am somebody that I can take some bad visuals and play, and I need a game to be 60 FPS. That's one game where I threw in the towel and I was like, nah, bro, 60 FPS ain't gonna fly with this one. We're playing it in the quality mode. If I can get the visuals of the quality mode and 60 FPS, we are cooking, and that's worth a replay in my eyes. Maybe sometime over the holiday break, as a lot of games coming out and dropping 50 hours into a JRPG right now, for a JRPG already completed. Not something I want to do, but sometime when I'm free and there's not a lot of big titles coming out, that's one I would love to replay. Hogwarts Legacy is an interesting one. Now, if you guys watched the video, Mark certainly had highlighted a lot of the visual improvements over Hogwarts Legacy. He was very, very specific with his wording, and he did not reference 60 FPS in regards to Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, it'll be able to be playable in 60 FPS, but in terms of the visual improvements they showcase in that video and the gameplay they showcase, your boy can detect 60 FPS and 30 FPS when he sees that that game was running at 30 FPS. So, you know, it's not going to be an across the board, every game is going to get these souped up visuals and still be 60 FPS. It's not feasible, especially when you're talking about things like ray tracing. Yeah, a Gran Turismo 7 can have ray tracing and still run at 60 FPS. Hogwarts Legacy having ray tracing, improved visuals, and run at 60 FPS, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, but you know, it's a balancing act, and if we can just get 4K visuals, games looking really good, and getting 60 FPS as well, which was what was highlighted, and that's always been my imperative thought when I've been talking about PS5 Pro. While everybody's been focused on PlayStation has no software, their first-party output is dog crap. Yes, that is absolutely true. Nobody is going to argue on that, but two things can be true at the same time, that there are these third-party titles that can utilize the power of PS5 Pro. We've already seen the PS5 get pushed to the limit with games like an FF7 Rebirth, be it optimization, be it whatever the reasoning. We cannot get 4K 60 FPS on FF7 Rebirth, on Marvel Spider-Man 2, on so many games, even cross-gen games like a Horizon Forbidden West and a God of War Ragnarok. Those games have options to do the quality mode or to go with the performance mode. Last of Us Part 2, another one. These games exist, and the idea of limiting that, at least making it better in terms of getting the best of both worlds in terms of quality mode and performance mode, for a lot of people, that's not going to be enough to sell you on the PS5 Pro, and that's totally fine. What have I been saying? You guys have seen the videos. This console is catered towards what I'm going to call the whales like me, let me say, that PlayStation and Sony views us as their most hardcore fans that are going to spend money and maybe spend way too much money for what we are getting in return. That is a subjective argument to be had, but guess what? The most hardcore, the whales, if you will, are going to spend the premium, and that's what this console is. It's a premium console, and the PS5 is still going to exist. It's going to be the route that most people go with, but for the whales like me, the PS5 Pro is probably something that they're gonna pick up. Other enhancements that are noted include PS5 Pro Game Boost, which can apply to more than 8,500 backward-compatible PS4 games playable on PS5 Pro. This feature may stabilize or improve the performance of supported PS4 and PS5 games. Enhanced image quality for PS4 games is also available to improve the resolution on select PS4 games. PS5 Pro will also launch with the latest wireless technology. Wi-Fi 7 in territories supporting the standard VRR and 8K gaming are also supported. All of that will be baked into the PS5 Pro. And what won't be baked into the PS5 Pro? A disc drive, baby. You want that? Pay another $75. So, you know, $700 console, not getting a disc drive is insane to me. But at the same time, when I look at it from Sony's lens, and this has been something that Sony has realized for the last little while, and I've been bringing it up, price points going up, value proposition staying the same or going down. With the PS5 Pro, it's a little bit interesting because, you know, you're getting an improved console, but they're stripping away an aspect of the PS5 base model that was available that will ultimately make them even more money because it's a win-win for them. Either you're gonna be buying all your games digitally, or you're gonna be buying the disc drive and you're gonna make them money on that end as well. I think ideally they would prefer you to just go the all digital route because that is the passive additional revenue that they're gonna get for eons and eons. The price you're paying is the same, but digital, if you're buying games digitally, they're just making more money. That's the reality of it. And also, you are getting more invested into their ecosystem. Once you build a digital library, it is going to be that much more difficult for them to lose you. Physical games you can sell, you can trade them in, do whatever. Digital games, you're locked in there, baby, and they've got your investment there in perpetuity. And you guys gotta read between the tea leaves as far as that's concerned. Sony very much wants everybody invested within their ecosystem, and this console is designed in a way to get people even more invested. Not only are they spending $700, they're not getting a disc drive. That's insane to me. But from Sony's standpoint, as far as making the most money, monetizing the whales like me as best as they can, this is the route you go, and I understand it from a business standpoint. But, you know, it's not gonna be something everybody picks up. It is absolutely a premium console, and the opinion of Sony needs to put out more first-party titles, PlayStation needs more exclusives, more big games, you guys are absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right, and no one's been more critical, at least damn near no one has been more critical about the appalling state of PlayStation, the live service nonsense, and every garbage year that they've had. 2023, garbage. 2024, garbage. For the most part. You had Spider-Man 2 last year, Astrobot this year, but man, that is not enough in terms of what we've gotten out of PlayStation in the past. As far as their first-party output goes. But at the same time, there are third-party titles, games like an FF7 Rebirth, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Alan Wake 2, that are going to be able to utilize this console, and those third-party titles are still great. So, you know, if you can get more power and more performance out of those games on a new console, that's great as well, and this is their hardware team. The PS5 Pro existing is not going to be halting Naughty Dog from creating their next title. Naughty Dog creating a live service game that never comes out and was trash and canceled will halt them from putting out first-party titles. You know, that's the reality of the situation. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.